Lance Armstrong's post-cancer body weight meant that he was a match in the mountains for even the finest climbers. Among them, Marco Pantani.
Lance Armstrong on the climb here. Armstrong didn't start it, but he looks like he's got every idea he might like to finish it, because Armstrong now clear of some real favourites to the Tour de France and heading up towards the group, which, don't forget, when they started this attack was only 2 minutes and 20 seconds up the road.
Well, they're really flying up this climb. He looks over his shoulder occasionally just to see what the face of Marco Pantani is telling him, and it doesn't seem to be showing very much emotion at all at the moment. It's amazing to see that Armstrong is actually putting the man regarded at one time as the best climber in the world into difficulty.
On the Hautecam, the gauntlet was well and truly thrown down by the American for the Italian to try and pick up.
Pantani getting out of the saddle, going back into the saddle, trying to find a little bit more strength, and he's popped.
Well, I never thought I'd see the day when Lance Armstrong would blow away the man we've always referred to as the finest climber we've ever seen in the current peloton of cycling, but he started it and Armstrong has finished it, and now Lance Armstrong has written off the riders on the climb of Hautecam, shaken the head there by little Marco Pantani. But Armstrong today has destroyed the field in the Tour de France. The minutes are ticking off once he hits the line. A determined and ultimate impression of Lance Armstrong today as he comes up to the line, and look at that time gap, 10 minutes 35 at the bottom, 41 seconds at the top.
Pantani, also known as the Pirate for his headgear and behind his back as El Fantino on account of his ears, felt he'd been humiliated on the Hautecam. So when the Tour reached Provence, and in particular the Mont Ventoux, he felt that he had a point to prove.
Expected that. Ulrich has done nothing about it at all. He saw the speed and the acceleration of Lance Armstrong, and he's gone off after Pantani and Botero, and they've got nothing left.
Well, look at that. Ulrich could not respond. He must have heard that attack coming. He must have felt it go by. He looks at the Colombian rider. How are you doing? Thank you very much. Goodbye. I'm now going to chase after the pirate. He's chasing just one man on the road, the man who's in the pink jersey of Mercatoni Uno, and there he is, just there.
Well, this is an incredible demonstration of the sort I don't think I've ever seen in the Tour de France, because Armstrong is toying with the top names of the cycling world. He left them and they knew he was going, because they couldn't even raise the pedal length. Now he's sprinted straight past Santiago Botero and he's coming up to Pantani. And what will the Pirate do when this man gets on board?
Well, he'll try and kick again. He's trying to accelerate, but you're not going to stop the onslaught of Lance Armstrong. The man from Austin, Texas, is controlling this bike race the only way he knows how, and that's attacking on all of the difficult stages.
And there is now just 100 metres to go. I don't know if the riders know that, because there's no signage at all today because of the wind. But in fact, Lance Armstrong is about to make the final turn for the finish. What an ascent of Mont Ventoux for both of these riders. And except Pantani, Armstrong is gaining time over everyone. Now, is he going to take out his first stage win in this year's Tour de France? We can see the line now. I don't know whether they can, because there's only a line on the road. Pantani is on the right, and Armstrong keeping on the pressure here as we start to approach the line now. Pantani grits his teeth and accelerates, and over the line. Pantani wins.
Afterwards, Armstrong claimed he gave the stage to Pantani, later calling him by his less complimentary nickname. Understandably, Pantani was furious, and their battle continued into the Alps.
He likes to be put under pressure like this. He likes to climb at his own speed. Remember how he rode at Mont Ventoux? He was dropped by the Armstrong group, he rode back and then was able to attack. But I think we are seeing here Lance Armstrong ripping the field apart, and he's going to head up the mountain here in search of Botero.
And where is Pascal Hervé? That wasn't an attack by Armstrong, that was just a mere acceleration. He's proving that he is the strongest bike rider on all terrains, and at the moment he's proving that he is one of the greatest climbers in the world of cycling.
Pantani had at last been beaten finally and decisively on his home ground of the mountains. He would never be the same rider again until his tragic death in 2004.
We know that he wants to win this time trial, despite what he says. He's talked often enough of this is about winning the Tour de France, not winning stages, but believe me, he wants to win today.
The battles against Pantani had taken a lot out of Armstrong, more perhaps than he was going to admit to the peloton, and not for the last time he would need all of his time trialling skills to keep contenders like Ulrich at bay.
And look at this, he's gone through 5 seconds ahead of Ulrich and 47 ahead of Moreau. This is a head-to-head battle now, Paul. Well, what a performance by Lance Armstrong this has been now as he drives up to the line. I think he'll just about get in, but he's aiming at the time of 1:5:27 of Jan Ullrich, who's home. We are watching probably the second fastest time trial in the history of the Tour de France. Armstrong sprinting the long straight here in Mulhouse. This will confirm him as winner of the Tour de France as well, and as winner of a stage of the time trial this year. Armstrong rocks and rolls his way home here now as he comes up to the line. His time is 1:5:01. He wins the time trial. The big difference this year, it's a family affair for the Armstrongs now. Christian there, his wife, and new baby Luke, already a winner on the podium in the Tour de France.
Lance Armstrong's relationship with this race was beginning to feel less like a one-off miracle and more like the early years of the reign of a king.